We have a really close-knit group. We're together for 3 years. Those kids really get to know each other well. And that's really nice because they know each other's strengths and they know each other's weaknesses, and there's a real acceptance for both of those things. We have really in-depth discussions sometimes, and one of the things I like to do is build a really strong relationship with those kids so that when we have those difficult discussions, we can have those in a safe environment. For example, we do sex ed, we talk about genocide, we talk about all kinds of things that are really difficult, but the kids have that sense of community to feel safe during those discussions.
Yeah, it's funny, at 5 and 6 years old, children already can be really cautious about taking risks in their thinking because they already don't want to be wrong, or they feel like that's a bad thing. And so, just today in a math lesson, we were copying some images that we saw, and then the image would go away and we try and copy that, and they would get worried about whether they were going to be wrong. So we talked about how learning is a process where you make mistakes, and that can be a really good thing. And they had a great discussion and had some connections about somebody they knew who had made a mistake doing something, and how that turned out to be a good thing. And I don't expect that they'll really believe that right away, but we're working on it, that it's okay to take those risks. And for some kids too, they don't have that sense of, oh, I'm making a mistake, and they'll just come right out with it. So we always try and recognize at least you're thinking, and at least you are talking and you're thinking about it, and that's more important than always being right. But yeah, that's a challenge, definitely, at this age already.
Thanks, Corey. Thanks, Katie, about it, for giving me the signal. Katie, what did I do? I did. Right, you are.
That's a big line, not a little line.
You are right. I need a little line, don't I?
Hey, you can
Does that look better?
Yeah.
It was better than sitting really close to you.
And now what?
Another little line.
Oh, another little line. Okay.
Yeah.
Katie, thanks for giving me the signal. What did I do? I went way too far down. I should be in the middle, shouldn't I?
You went like this too low. That just makes a big flag.
Thank you, Natalia.
So you have to do that.
Bailey, I found the middle now, and you guys said another little line.
I'm trying to hurry because
oh, what is it, Talia? Oh, you caught me. My hand wiggled. And that, oh, you know what? Talia, wow, you just gave a great example of what we're going to do.
Before I go, I'd like to share one last thing I've learned here at Whatcom Academy. We all make mistakes, and we're all human after all. And this is how we handle those mistakes makes us who we are. And in the famous words of Martin Luther King Jr., free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
And then when you think of Whatcom Day, is there any experience that sticks out, or favorite event or teacher? Or?
Well, I really loved Mrs. Nicola and Mrs. Naylor, but our science classes really, I remember all of them. Yeah. I remember the science projects, and the one where I fried my algae and just, I don't know.
On purpose?
Oh no, it was an accident. it was a failed experiment actually. Yeah. But I don't know, Mrs. Nicola's classes were just really, really eye-opening and made me want to learn. I actually wanted to be a chemist for a while, up until my junior year in high school, until I realized that I was actually better with languages than I was with science. But yeah.
I think one of the things that is most noticeable for our middle schoolers is that they're in a really safe learning environment, and not just physical safety, but academically safe. They can take risks, they can fail and have another chance, and so there's not such high stakes about it, and they're really comfortable in their own skin. We have a lot of quirky kids, and I don't think it's just because we have particularly quirky kids. I think because they don't feel that need to mask everything they're doing and behave this particular way to fit in. They can be themselves more fully, and then when they go on to the high school from our school, they're solid in who they are and how they are, and really like themselves.
Do you have a favorite memory or a favorite teacher experience that really stands out for you when you think about it?
I remember one of my favorite Spanish lessons was when we were learning about movies, and one of our assignments was to make a movie in Spanish, and it was a horror movie for us, for my group, and I was the hapless victim. So I figured that, you know, dead people sort of get like a sort of blue tint, so I went to the bathroom and I put on some blue food coloring, but it was a lot stronger than I thought, and it didn't come out, you know, food coloring stains. So I was known as Avatar for a while after.
That's funny.